another tip that I would give you, really it is a small tip but it makes a lot of difference. Don't try to peel it off like this, the whole thing like this horizontally. Try going diagonally. It will always be under your control. If you feel something is not okay, you might be able to correct it. Or the other scenario is that if something is not okay, then also if the other scenario is if you're peeling, it has very less chances of smudging. For example, if this was a little wet, it has less chances of smudging. The first idea is to never peel it off on wet, but still, again, you understand, make it sure shot. Make it sure shot, so you always go for safer options in execution of your technique. But kabhi aap designing kar rahe ho ya you're doing elements or something, always try and take risks so that you make something different. Okay, now of course I'm just going to start from here. Okay, I'm peeling it off. Okay, I'll just take a quick video because you might not be able to see it over here. 1 second. And see, I'm going diagonal, and we're good. Just see. I'm just going to take that camera also and show it to you. I'm also seeing it and I'm going to show it to you as well. There will be some little disturbance in the video, but I really want you to see. Is it really sure shot? Just see, this is what we have done. Can you see any sort of smudging? Anything? Now we'll just correct these small things. We can correct, don't worry. But the main part of the stencil, if you see, just see. So the idea is to make your method of technique sure shot, so that the result is always beautiful. You don't have to waste your time, effort, that mental tension, oh shit, fail gaya, to oh shit, what if it smudges, right? I hope you can see. I'm going to give you a very close look also. Judge it. If you feel ki kahin pe kuch gadbad hai, tell me, we will fix it, right? So simple 2-3 secret tips if you follow that I've told you in the session, it is going to be perfect always. So see, I'm giving you very closer look. Can you see any sort of smudging? Just see. Right? Okay, lovely. I can see a lot of just wow hearts also. That's amazing. That means you've understood what I was telling you. Up quickly together, we're going to repeat the secret tips that I told you. Sabse pehle, I gave you 3 or 4 secret tips, right? The first one was the biggest. Tell me, what is the secret tip number 1 that we did sabse pehle on the stencil? Preparing the stencil, I would say. You guys are going to tell me. Lovely. I can just see a lot of wows. Oh my god, lovely. This has to be, like, this is something amazing. I'm just gonna, 1 second. Okay. Right, I can see the comments. Sealing is the biggest thing that will help you, that will make your technique superbly amazing and make your technique sure shot. First step was sealing, perfect, 100%. Second step was that always use not a very thin paste, a little medium paste, even if you're using luster dust or even if you're doing evaporates or you're doing royal icing, right? Third, use a beauty blender that will give you the finish, right? First 2 secret tips are going to help you in not smudging your stencil and making it perfectly neat. And then second is something which is going to help you, the last one, the beauty blender is going to help you with that kind of finish without any strokes. It looks absolutely just eye-catchy, right? Not runny paste. Lovely. Dry properly. Yes. Anshuji, 4th thing, you have to dry properly before you start peeling. And fifth, always peel diagonally. Don't peel it horizontally, peel it diagonally. That is something, 5 tips we have together today. We have numbered the tips, and first one is the most important. It is my secret tip, the sealing part. 5 tips I have told you for stenciling, and trust me, it makes you so short if you use these 5 tips. Okay? Shortening can be used on ganache. Yes, you can, but use very little. Okay? What is sealing? Huda shape. Just watch the session again in the start. Okay, I've told over there. Perfect. Are we good? Now it's the time to tell you the happy news about Mumbai workshop. Let me know who all are from Mumbai here. फटाफट से बता दो that I am from Mumbai. I am from Mumbai. फटाफट से मुझे बता दो, and I have a very happy news. As I told you, we have, as all of you know already, that we have a session, a pro course offline workshop. So I'm traveling for the first time to Mumbai, and we are having a pro course in Mumbai from March 29 to April 1, and our discounted seats are sold out. And the next seat, that the category 3 seats of course are available, but only and only for this live, not even for a day, only and only for this live. I am offering 2 more discounted seats only for the students who are with me on the live. Only. All you have to do, first come first basis रहेगा. तो जो category 2 का price है discounted वाला, you will get that, but only for the 2 seats. All you have to do, quickly go drop a WhatsApp. So till 2:30 PM आप WhatsApps drop कर सकते हो बस. And to have a fair chance, I'm keeping that that thing that you can drop till 2:30 PM because and by the end of the day, just by 6 PM, you will get the rewards and everything. By 6 PM, only 2 seats available, which are on discount. So I think it's an amazing thing. I did this workshop with you, and then we're having a discount for you. So 2 seats only for the Mumbai workshop, specifically and solely for all those people who are with me right now. And only till 2:30 PM you can drop a WhatsApp that I want to register, or I want details of the Mumbai workshop, and those people are going to get that benefit of the discounted seat. However, they are over. So I hope quickly, sirf live hone tak you are going to get that chance. So quickly go drop a WhatsApp, and you will get a reward soon. First come first basis, जो पहले deposit कराएगा पैसे उसको सीट मिलेगी. It's as simple as that, to have a fair chance for everybody. So quickly मेरे को एक फटाफट से thumbs up दे दो. Are we good with the stencil? Normal stencil is something that we have done. I will just to show you how it looks, I will drape it over here. Okay, so just to show you how it looks. Don't worry about the empty space, and don't worry about the stencil. So see, just to have an idea, this is how it would look. Now I can have some good border on the top so that I can cover the part which is not covered with stencil. Remember, I told you a stencil is smaller than our cake size, right? So that is perfectly okay. You can always, the idea was to tell you that अगर stencil छोटा है size में थोड़ा सा, cake थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा बड़ा है, do something, have some border, have some ribbon, have anything that you can really cover and give it a shape in such a sense that it was not short. Okay, so for example here I have about half a finger gap, which is quite a lot. But if I use some beautiful border over here and then I put it, nobody is going to know that the stencil was short. Rather, it is going to give a very beautiful and complete look in itself. Okay, so after the session I will try my level best that I shape it and share a video with you how it looks afterwards, because we'll do the side part, etc, so that you have the ultimate idea. But I hope stenciling is clear to you. Lovely, 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 awesome. Please again, how to apply fondant sheet on dummy. All you have to do, apply some same shortening. Remember shortening? यहाँ लगाएंगे and you can drape it on your cake, on your dummy, anything. on your W you need a short nail layer. Okay. Quickly, please tell me, are we good? Are you clear with this part? The first part was stencil. Then we're going to do mesh stencil also. तो मुझे जल्दी से ये बता दो, are we good with this part? So that I can move ahead, okay? Yes, I can see some thumbs ups. Let me just... I will take a quick video of this. I forgot. I showed you, but I forgot to take a quick video. 1 second. And then we're going to start. So, you know you are on a discount. Only 2 seats. Only and only 2 seats. Quickly drop a WhatsApp on the official number. I hope you have the WhatsApp number. So only 2:30 जिसका मैसेज पहले आएगा उसका मैसेज पहले जवाब दिया जाएगा and उन्हीं को ज़्यादा चांस मिलेगा to have the discounted seats because it's first come first basis, right? Perfect. Have to roll painted fondant part on the roller and drip it on dummy. Yeah. Yes. Sheetal ji, yes, correct. No, Yashika Su. Yes, okay. Perfect. I am going to move on to our next technique, which is going to be mesh stencil. Okay, and I have got some good thumbs ups, which means this is clear to you. That's just amazing. Let me just clear up my table and we are going to move on to the next technique, which is our mesh stencil. Now, who is excited for mesh stencil? Let me know, are you from the team normal stencil or are you from the team mesh stencil? Because there are some people who just love normal stencils and there are some people who cannot miss the mesh stencil. So I want to know, हमारी क्लास में क्या रेशियो है? Which, like, whose fan are you? Mesh stencil or normal stencil? Some negative review, I always welcome that, always, because that is something I always tell you guys are going to give improvement to me. So I'm always open for something. If you feel that Astha, this could have been better, always welcome. But if something was good, तो you know, तारीफ तो बनती है. So take a screenshot and let me know in your stories, tag me and let me know in your stories what did you like about the stencil technique that we did in the class. So this is mesh stencil and this is normal stencil. This is something that we have done and this is something that we're going to do. Mesh stencil, if you see, this is basically, mesh means jali, okay? In Hindi we say jali. So this is all the white part that you see is very, very thin jali, okay? That is why it is called mesh, okay? Now what happens whenever you're passing something through a jali? In this, everything is clear, right? You can see my finger from the back. It is clear, there is nothing in between. But in this, if you see, you can see my finger, a shadow of it, and there is a material which is a mesh in between. So that is the difference. Since the product is different, the technique also changes a bit. The medium also changes a bit, okay? So, difference mainly is the product. And that's why the technique changes. And that's why we are doing two different methods. I will not tell you take a fondant, apply margarine on this or shortening on this. Never do that. ये खराब हो जाएगा. इसके ऊपर अगर आप sealing करोगे, खराब हो जाएगा. Okay? That's why since the product changes, the techniques changes. ठीक है? So let's start with this. I hope you are clear with what is mesh and what is normal stencil. Whenever next you're going to buy, इतना क्लैरिटी होना चाहिए दिमाग में that you know I attended Astha's workshop. आस्था ने बताया था कि mesh क्या होता है और normal क्या होता है. तो वो क्लैरिटी जिस दिन हो गया, my objective of doing this workshop is half complete. And बाकी complete हो जाता है अगर आपको technique समझ आ जाता है. अगर आप वो secret tips पकड़ के आप successfully जिस दिन कर लोगे, then my job is complete then. Okay? So what is the price of mesh stencil? बहुत ही अच्छा जवाब है क्वेश्चन है, because this is very expensive. Okay, now mesh stencil starts from 700-800, goes up to 2000 rupees also for a single mesh stencil, because this is very expensive. तो आप को दोनों आना चाहिए. This is 100 rupees to 400. This is 700-800 to 2000 also. So this is very cheaper. This is a little expensive. If you can buy 10 of these, you might buy only one of this. So that is there, no doubt. But इसका अपना grace है, and people pay you for the stenciling thing, and you are able to recover the cost of your product easily in some cakes. किसी का जल्दी recover हो जाएगा like this. You will recover in one cake. Rest, wherever you put it, it's all profit, right? It's all without any additional a lot of cost. However, this will take some time for you to recover, but that's fine. You need to know different techniques. You need to invest in different products, but be smart about it. Whatever you're earning, take out just 5% of your revenue. For example, in a month, if you earn 10,000 rupees, uska 5% nikal lo, which is just 500 rupees. And 500 rupees save करके उससे कोई अच्छी चीज़ खरीदो. If you think you want to buy something expensive, then save up for 2 months or 3 months and then buy something. But always I tell you, invest something into your business and then the business will generate revenue. आज आप कुछ extra, चाहे आप knowledge के लिए डालो, आप अगर कोई workshop करते हो, then that is knowledge. You invest for knowledge in your business, the business will give you 10 times revenue. You invest in a good product in your business, the business will give you 10 times of revenue over the period of time. So business में खर्चा करोगे नहीं तो business आपको कमा के नहीं देगा. It's very simple logic. But you have to be smart about it कि खर्चा कैसे करना है और कब करना है. Okay, so that's something that I have followed, and I think we're all crazy bakers who end up buying a lot of stuff. We all love it. I also love it. But of course, be strategic. Don't be कि भाई कुछ नहीं खरीदना, business को चलने दो फिर करेंगे. नहीं, थोड़ा सा stable हो गया, then invest in a good product, invest in a good workshop, invest in good turntables and tools. That is something which will give money to you back someday or the other. Trust me, it works. ठीक है? Mesh stencils cannot be used directly on whipped cream. No, I'm sorry, this cannot be used directly. The normal stencil can be used directly on whipped cream. Okay? So, and also this cannot be done directly on ganache also. This is more of fondant thing, but it really trends a lot. You will see a lot of mesh stencil in foreign cake artists especially, because वहाँ fondant बहुत ज़्यादा people consume, and seeing the Western culture, we have also started doing that. Okay, so सब चला जाता है नए tools और products लेने में. I can understand. I'm also your category. I love buying things. We all just get fascinated when we see new products, but yes, over the period of time, I'm also trying my best to learn that balance कि कुछ तो saving होना चाहिए, and then you कुछ invest करना चाहिए business में, and then कुछ शौक के लिए भी होना चाहिए. So for sure, I understand completely. मैं भी वहीं पे हूँ. सब चला जाता है in buying the products. अच्छा ठीक है, बहुत सारी बातें हो गई हैं. Let's just come on to the technique. I'll get some fondant. Please hold both the stencils and let us take a screenshot. I'll do that. ये देखो, the difference between both. Okay, this is a normal stencil and this is a mesh stencil. Okay, so go ahead, take a screenshot, and yes, do tag me in your stories कि कैसा लगा trick, कैसे लगे secret tips, and did you actually feel कि वो show shot technique था. Okay, so click a picture and then we'll go ahead. Do tag me so that I can watch your stories. Maximum time ऐसा होता है that I can't see your stories because a lot of you have private accounts. So you need to tag me so that I can watch your story. चलो, quickly we'll move on to the next technique. Mesh stencil. Pratima ji says cakeless stencil cake lace luster dust is non-edible. Pratima ji, you are correct. Maximum luster dusts in the market are non-edible. But since it's a foreign brand, they write non-edible. In Indian brands, a lot of Indian brands, you will not see written non-edible. I think only Mangaram has an edible luster dust. All of them, apart from those, in my knowledge, are non-edible. But what happens? These products are non-toxic. ठीक है, ये लिखते हैं non-edible, but these are non-toxic, which means even if you consume it, it's not going to harm your gut, it's not going to harm your system inside. So non-edible but non-toxic. ठीक है, तो आप फिर भी use कर सकते हो. But maximum means 95% of the luster dust in the market are non-edible, but non-toxic at the same time. So we end up using it. So I'm going to take just little bit of fondant. It's 2 o'clock, so last 30 minutes guys, quickly drop a message on WhatsApp to get those last 2 additional bonus discounted seats for you people, for the free class people who are with me live. Only for the people who are with me live. Okay? So again, I'm just going to prepare a small panel and we're going to do the technique. Any questions if you have so far are most welcome. Fondant brand, this one is Confect. The one that I used in black was Magical Atta. Both of them are really good. You can use any of them and they will be, like, I'm more than happy using these brands of fondant. So I'm making a short panel. Okay, you have seen it on a big panel. That is okay. I'm making a short panel for us. Now, if you see, I'm not putting a lot of corn flour. I'm putting less corn flour when I'm doing my rolling of the fondant, because what happens whenever you're doing excessive corn flour, it's gonna make your fondant really dry, and we don't want that certainly. Whenever your panel starts getting bigger, please divide it into 2 parts and only then you're going to put corn flour beneath. So whenever you think it tends to come back, little corn flour and just slide it over. Don't dab. Whenever you dab, it will tend to take out a lot of corn flour. उतना हमें चाहिए नहीं, हमें सिर्फ smoothness के लिए चाहिए. नीचे के लिए you can dab a little bit. For the top, just slide it over. That's it. See, it tends to come back, not a problem. Just slide it over. It won't come back. If it does, again slide it over. I think this size of the panel would be good for us. So again, as in the start I told you, at least 3 sides have to be neat and straight. Yes, looks good, 3 sides. And then I'm just going to take it forward. If you want to chop off the top for now, I'll chop it to make it a little near to each other. Okay, it starts looking like a panel. That is good for me. Again, since I'm going to start with my stencil, I'm going to make sure that I have some corn flour beneath it, and always your also it should be moving. The black one was a big panel and I showed you that it was moving like this. Okay, always make sure. Now I'm going to keep it straight and we're going to start with our mesh stencil. Any questions so far? Let me just take it and then we're going to move ahead. How to dry fondant. Dry fondant for what? It depends on that. Which size of rolling pin is the best for what fondant? I really love this size. I think this is 16 inches if I'm not wrong. Let me just check and I'll tell you. This is 12 or 16 inches. But this 12 to 16 inches is just amazing size. No need, this is 12. So no need to have really big, rollers. It is not really required. But that is something which is my personal choice. I recommend to my students. Second thing, don't take too heavy ones. Okay? बहुत heavy नहीं लेना, बहुत मोटा नहीं लेना. The thinner your rolling pin is, the thinner fondant you can roll very easily. Okay? So I hope this question is clear. Ma'am, badly want to join your 101 dry cake workshop, but please give us a discount as 3500 is out of my budget. Gurman Singh Bedi, I really understand that, but currently a lot of people have bought it on the full price only. It will be, you can use muslin cloth, you can use a fresh pair of socks, not your husband's socks, not your used socks please, but a fresh pair of socks, put corn flour and then you can use it, or you can use this cloth tissue, make a potli like this and you can use it. Okay? Ma'am, please come to Bangalore for workshop. I will definitely plan. Should we add tilers to the fondant? Not required for this. Not at all required for this. Okay? Are we good? Can we move ahead? For all the Mumbai people, please go ahead. Drop your question box for your stencil, for your workshop, pro course. Okay? Last chance here. I will just look at. Okay, I can see. So I will align my mesh stencil. Okay, like this. Now, how to seal this stencil? Sealing is very important in stenciling, we have understood. For normal stenciling, sealing was done using my shortening. But in this stencil, if I use shortening, it will all be a mess. ये आपका stencil ही खराब हो जाएगा mesh stencil. So how to do that? First of all, you will make sure there is no corn flour on the side. Okay, you have to be very sure, otherwise this won't stick. Then you're going to place your mesh stencil on the top, and secondly you're going to use a masking tape, doctor's tape, craft tape, masking tape, anything you call it. And I'm just going to take it. Now just see how to do sealing in this. You start from one end, make it tight. अगर नीचे corn flour होगा, जो craft tape है, that will not stick properly. Okay, that's why the panel should be clean, but there should be moving panel. That means corn flour beneath the fondant panel should be there. I hope it is clear. Corn flour beneath the panel should be there so that the panel is moving, but no corn flour on the side so that we can stick the masking tape and we can seal our stencil. So one hand, which is my non-working hand, is here and I'm just going to tighten it up. Okay, see, यहाँ लगाया, then I'm going to go here, tighten it up. Again, I'm tightening it up. Make it tight. Now this is tight. Whenever this is tight, there will be no movement possible and smudging chances again reduced to 5 to 10%, making it short, right? Then I'm going to seal it from the top. It's okay if it comes onto the fondant, the tape. That is fine because it's a craft tape. It comes off like that. It won't harm your fondant panel. Don't worry. Again, I move ahead. I make it tight from another side. Very nicely. Next, tighten it up on this side. Now see, till this part, my mesh stencil is really nice and tight and very properly sealed. Again, take out anything excess air if it is. Tighten it up and seal over here. Now this will ask for 6 to 8 tapes. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1 and 1. Okay, so generally 6 tapes to 8 tapes आपके लगेंगे to seal one mesh stencil of this size. Okay, So I hope this part is also clear. Lastly, I tighten this up. I will check also, like I can see यहाँ थोड़ा सा gap आया है. So I will release that gap and tighten. Are we good? This is how you will seal your mesh stencil. Any question? Should we let the fondant dry or start stenciling directly? Directly for both the fondants. For this stencil also, for the black or the normal stencil also. Okay? Which one is right side? So you have to just judge using your design. Okay? या फिर अगर name of the brand is written, then also. But it is very clearly visible. Don't worry about that. Even if you use the ulta wala side, then also the stencil works. So that's why I'm saying that's not a very big deal. Okay? But if the rolled fondant is bigger in size, how to seal? See, generally, अगर आपको bigger, generally नहीं होगा. अगर होगा भी, then you can seal it on the fondant like we have done it over here and here. That's perfectly okay. Okay? But try that it is generally not bigger. But like if you're doing big cakes, वो हो भी सकता है तो seal it on the fondant. That works perfectly. Please answer my question. Oh God, did I skip it? Do we need to wash it after every application? Yes, Kirti ji. For both the stencils, even if it is this or the normal stencil, you will wash it. Only then you will move ahead with the next application. For example, if my panel was this big, I did this section, I will wash it, then I will dry it out, and then I will keep it, seal it for the next section for both the stencils. Okay? Can we use it on ganache cake also? Not the mesh stencil. The mesh doesn't work really well on the ganache cake. Okay? So I will say more for fondant. Okay? I think I've answered all the questions. Yes, looks good so far. Now, coming on to the paste of this mesh stencil. On mesh stencil, you can either use royal icing or you can use neutral gel, any of the two. Okay? But do not use the luster dust directly, it won't come. Okay? Understand, mesh stencil has jali, it has mesh. So the paste has to pass through the mesh to come onto the fondant, correct? आप पेस्ट लगाओगे, mesh जाली के थ्रू पास आउट करेगा, तब वो fondant के ऊपर आएगा. So उस प्रोसेस के लिए सिर्फ दो चीजें काम करती हैं. One is royal icing, second one is your neutral gel. So I am going to use a neutral gel. Washing and cleaning of the stencil, let me just complete this, then I'll tell you for both the stencils, don't worry. Okay, I'm going to get neutral gel, give me 1 second. So I have neutral glaze, neutral gel, piping gel, all the same thing. Okay? So I am going to take any bowl and put some neutral gel into it. The paste for this is very simple, very easy. Just take some neutral gel. There is no quantity. I am taking roughly 1 teaspoon. But again I am saying there is no quantity. If you need more, you can take more. Okay, and whatever color you want, like we did black and gold, so I'm doing black on this to match the cake. Okay, so I'm using normal black color, gel, liquid, anything works. So 6-7 drops I've put because I want a proper jet black color. If we try to do it with luster dust, won't it come out? No, it will not come out. I will tell you, if you want to do a gold mesh stencil also, you can do. But 1 second, let me just show you this one. ठीक है? So I want a black, blue, red, yellow, pink, orange, any color, make it in the same way. All I've taken is some neutral gel, piping gel, anything, added my color into it. That's it. If you want to make a gold, silver, bronze, copper, as in metallic mesh stencil, what you would do is you will take neutral gel, you will add your luster dust, okay, of the color that you want, and you will add 1 teaspoon of your Evaporex. So basically I'm going to dilute my paint with Evaporex. So again, I would say if you're making any normal color, you will only take neutral gel, you will add in your liquid or gel color, anything into that, make your desired color, done. If you're making a metallic thing, you will take neutral gel, you will take your luster dust, metallic luster dust, and add little bit of Evaporex with it. You can make that color also. Okay, so you can work with any color in mesh stencil. The paste is really simple. Okay, so I have a good black color. I'm looking for a gel color, very dark black color, like a jet color. So I've taken that, and this is how my paste looks. Okay, are we good? Nothing added, only piping gel and my color. Then I'm going to just take an angled palette knife and I'm going to apply it onto my if you feel that this is less, you can make again more, not a problem. Yes, so I have taken my paste. I am spreading it all across. If even I feel that it is less, I will make the paste again. So spreading it till the end. Don't overpress your mesh stencil, you have to take care of that. So luckily my paste was enough for me, so I don't have to make it again. Now all I would do is make it uniform using my the same angled palette knife. So I'll start from one end, make it uniform, the other end, make it uniform. That's it. Yes? And one thing before you peel this off, you have to take care that some brands mesh stencil product, the stencil itself, the mesh is sometimes not very clean. So if that is the scenario, it might not come out properly on the fondant. So hamesha while peeling this off, be slow and be careful. If you feel it has not come onto the fondant, same palette knife, apply it over again and then peel it off. Don't worry, I'll show it to you. ठीक है, but इसका ध्यान रखना है. Do we need to add Evaporex again and again? No, not really, because it is not just luster dust and Evaporex. The major chunk is your neutral gel. So नहीं ज़रूरत पड़ेगी again and again add करने की. Okay? Then any other question? As we're adding normal and okay, we're done with that. Color ka brand. This is Color Splash, but you can use any color. Okay, that is good. Can we use this stencil on wafer paper? Yes, you can. Definitely you can. Okay. Now for this stencil, you don't have to rest it. Like remember, we rested the normal stencil for 10-15 minutes till the time luster dust was all clean, all dried out. I don't have to do that. Very carefully, holding my stencil, I'm going to take off my craft tape, masking tape, anything that you call. So another difference between the normal stencil and the mesh stencil, you don't have to wait for it to dry out. Instantly and immediately you can go ahead and peel this off. But I'm keeping a hand on my stencil, see, and then taking off my tapes. Don't be in a hurry and take off the tapes directly, because this will, come up and have very high chances of smudging up. Now in mesh stencil and in the normal stencil, a very big difference, another very big difference is the intricacy of the design. This is very thin design, like a line, a pen line or a sketch pen line. That is still like a marker line or even bigger than those. So वो बहुत मोटा होता है as comparatively. Mesh stencil is very thin in designing generally. Okay, so please share the ratio of neutral gel, color and evaporates. There is no ratio. I added 5-6 drops. Checked my color if it was jet black or not. Okay, now let's just peel it off. Again, the rule remains the same. What? You're going to peel it off directly, diagonally or horizontally. How are you going to peel it off? Quickly tell me. Quickly tell me, how are you going to peel it off? So again, I have done that. I'm going to show you like I showed you earlier. ठीक है, इसको साइड पे रख देते हैं. So I'll just show it to you how it looks. Just see. I'm giving you very closer look. Tell me, how do you like the mesh stencil? Just see, can you see any smudginess? Are the flowers clear to you? How do you like it? Just focus on, and can you see how intricate lines, such thin lines, such thin designing, right? So this is how the panel looks right now. See, okay, I can see loads of it. Now what I want from you is, I hope you have liked it. I hope you've enjoyed the stenciling. I hope, सबसे बड़ा hope मेरा ये है that you've learned something new in the old stencil also. Okay, I tell you, I want loads of red hearts if you liked it. And what you're going to do for me is that take a something, do it for me. I would love to see your reviews. I would love to see if you really liked what you saw. Okay, I can also show it to you in a very close look. Just see. This is your, if you want, you can take a screenshot like this also, whatever you like. Okay, so this is our mesh stencil. Neatness is the key of professionalism. याद रखना ये बात. So whenever you're doing any technique, कोई भी medium, whipped cream, कुछ भी कर रहे हो, याद रखना, if your cake is neat, if your technique is neat, if the thing that you're making is coming out neat, then it will always look professional. Okay, that's the whole idea of making short techniques. Whenever I do my trials, I do it in such a way कि आप जब उसको try करो वो वैसा है जैसे मैंने आपको दिखाया. That is the idea. Okay, lovely. Now I have 2-3 things to tell about this. Since we're doing it with neutral gel, it needs some drying time. Leave it under the fan for just 10-15 minutes and then drape it on your cake. It would be good. Right now, if I touch it like this, it will come onto my finger and it will all smudge out if I try to, put it on my cake or dummy right now. So for this, the drying time comes afterwards. 15 to 20 minutes under the fan is good. It will dry out. ठीक है? That is something that you should remember. Can we prepare one day before? See, one day before is too much. If you do that, 1 second. I'll show it on a dummy. See, I have a rough dummy. I'll just try. However, it is really wet right now, but just to give you, okay, a look. This is how it would look on a cake. So just imagine, I can't touch too much, but I'll try to show you as much as possible. Just imagine in 5 minutes, you can prepare a tier like this and how pretty it would look, right? So So that's why don't touch a wet mesh stencil ever. Okay? Chalo. Any question? Okay, neatness of the stencil is something that I will tell you कि mesh stencil और normal stencil को clean कैसे करना है. दोनों का method is very similar, but one and the other one is this. Okay, so we have two stencils, both of them are dirty. Whenever you're going to clean them, make sure that you clean them on a plain surface. Okay, I will share a link of my reel also in the group, Facebook group, which has a detailed method. But I will tell you, whenever you're cleaning the stencils, please make sure you go to a wash basin, a sink, whatever you have, and it is clean. और जो सिंक का बेस होता है उसके ऊपर आप अपना स्टेंसिल रख दो ताकि वो फ्लैट हो, straight हो. Start the water from the tap and from using a very muslin cloth or a cloth tissue, clean it. You can use some soap also, that is perfectly okay, but the important part is the stencil should be lying straight. If you end up crumpling the stencil, any of the two, especially mesh stencil, crumpling a little bit also, the stencil will get waste. Trust me, this will have all those wrinkles, and when mesh stencil has wrinkles, it will never come off neat like this. This will break. Okay, so again, if it breaks, it will never come neat like this. So always remember, while cleaning your stencils, put it on a plain sink, start the water from the tap, take a muslin cloth or a cloth tissue, dip it in some soap solution and clean with a very light hand, keeping them straight, and then using water clean it out. Let it dry on anything, on a clean surface, again straight. 5 minutes, 10 minutes under the fan, it dries out. 5 minutes is enough, and then you can go ahead and use it. Okay, I hope you're good. Which stencil technique is more popular? Both of them, trust me. That's why I asked you which team are you on, because both of them really work so well. Now this one is so, like, it's so elegant. It comes out to me like, you know, I really want to put it on my cake right now. It is so beautiful. Okay, especially the color combination also. When I see the black and gold, it's so royal. So दोनों की अपनी जगह है. You should always take care what is the demand of your design of the cake. उसके हिसाब से please choose the stencil method. Okay. Also you can do both of these with royal icing also. ठीक है? How to do it on a wafer paper? It's exactly the same. Except the fondant, keep the wafer paper beneath the mesh stencil or this one. Okay? Are we good? Do we have any questions? Are you planning tea time cake workshop offline?